Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center, and welcome to the world of magic and miracles, and the industry of magic and miracles, which is the operating system of the new world. We just had a slight technical difficulty, so that's why we were a little delayed in starting, but hopefully you all are connected, and I'm feeling each of you come in as I continue to speak. It is another amazing day. I'm honored to be here. And I want to start off by just reading just the first sentence of the words that are on the Advancement Center website. And I think you would benefit, if you haven't gone on the website in a while, to go there and read it in its entirety. The purpose of the Advancement Center is to allow you to make yourself aware of who you are, how you operate, and what you have to offer the world and the universe and anything else you can possibly imagine or think of, because that is what you are here for. And I wanted to read that because that's what the Advancement Center is. That's what we do consistently, is to make you aware so that you can see who you are for yourself. And it's an amazing sound that's underneath those words. I found the Advancement Center almost 2 years ago when my friend Kathleen Neff introduced me. And I looked at a YouTube, and it wasn't the words. It was what was underneath the words. It was the sound that I recognized, that I resonate with. It was a sound of space, of compassion, of gentleness, of love. And although the words are filled with wisdom from a place that is far beyond this dimension, it is the river that the words are flowing on that draw everyone to drink. And each of us drink the water from wherever we are. I was drawn to come and be at the mouth of the river. Some will be at a tributary. Some will be where the river enters the ocean. And you are here on this broadcast because you heard the sound, because you were drawn to the sound of creation that you've known all your life, that you didn't even know existed until you heard it. And then in an instant, you were taken to what you've known forever. It's a beautiful sound. And you are now transmitting it yourself to all the people you come in contact with, your family, your friends, strangers. And it also is connecting you with this family because you've come to the river. And there's nothing required. Everyone comes to the river when they need to drink. And we don't need to tell them to come to the river. We don't need to tell them that the river is here or there. By being in the river ourselves, they see the river and they hear the sound of the water running, giving life and nutrients. And they may come in and have a sip and then run back away from the river. But that little drink they took will never leave them. And the beauty of that sound that I heard that's underneath the words that say to make you aware to you who you are is that they've never said, I'm here to make you aware of me so that you can follow me. They always lead you to yourself. And the space that is created from that sound is beyond what we can speak in words. So anyone you know and love, and at any moment when you say you have to come now, or you drank some of the water, where'd you go? You're limiting the opening for their return. And you're limiting yourself. They will return. Not because of something you say, but because the sound of the river flowing through you. It draws everyone to it. In the perfect timing. And when they return, and they will, you will celebrate as there was a celebration when you returned. For we all have been waited for by love itself. There's a story in the Bible, the prodigal son, where two sons are living with their father who is wealthy. And the one son says, I want to take my share of my inheritance now and go off and live the way I want to live. And the father does that and gives him his inheritance. And he leaves and he goes and he lives and he squanders it. And he realizes, I could be back home, because he's penniless now and he's eating leftovers from the pig slop. And he realizes, I could go back home and be a servant to my father because they are well fed. And he decides to go home. And his father sees him from a distance coming. And he says, kill the fatted calf, for my son is coming home. And the other brother says, but Dad, you never did that for me. And the father said, you have always been with me. Everything I have is yours. But your brother was lost, and now he's found. He was dead, and now he's alive. That's the energy that is expressed by the Father that we must have for everyone. Because we've been waited for as well. And as we enter the new world that's here for us, it will require patience for those to come. Not judgment, not blame. So this is what we do at the Advancement Center. We help you. We allow you, for you to see who you are. And we do it in many different ways. And right now there's 3 of us speaking, and Barbara and Genya on Sundays and Wednesdays. That's what they're doing. Barbara's using a vehicle through the financial system called Swasindo, and many other things. She's expressing healing. And it's the abundance of a mother, the justice of a grandmother. But it's so much more, because underneath the words is that you're being allowed by yourself to see who you are, because there's space given. And Genya does it through music, the many different ways music is expressed. And once again, the river flows underneath the words. The river that says, I love you. I'm here for you. Here's space. Here's light. Here's love. And that's what you do every day, everywhere you go. You're a river. And many will come and drink. And some won't realize they're thirsty and they'll walk right past you. But when they're ready, they will find you. And this new world that we're now inhabiting, and the new you, for my invitation, look up in the sky. It's a bird, it's a plane. It's the new you in the new world. Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotion. Because you're changing the world. And things are happening so incredibly fast. I want to change the word miracles to normicals because the miracles are becoming normal. We won't call them miracles anymore, but they're happening so incredibly fast. Some big, some small, some medium. And you can start taking credit for the miracles that happen to your family, to your friends, to the world. Because your thought, your awareness of someone changes their world. And when you hear that someone that you know was sick and they feel better, if they were in your awareness, you did that. Or the planet. Or someone was healed, or a relationship was healed. And you were aware. You did that. And you are doing so many things because we are working even as we are not working. As a matter of fact, we're working more. And you're shifting the world. You're bringing in a new way of seeing and being. And it's happening more and more, faster and faster. And you know when you're in your music, when you're at that place where you don't, where you know you're not in this dimension, where things are flowing, that is the new world. And it's happening faster and faster. And we're staying there longer and longer. I want to share something that I wrote. I was inspired by a friend a couple days ago, Lisa Phillips in England, who is a radio host for Cry Freedom Radio in England. And she produces the show, and it's incredible. She has guests that come on and she interviews. She's interviewed Robert many times and Barbara. And taking some of his writings and put them with sound, and they're beautiful. And this particular program, number 7, she read some excerpts from my book, A Bridge to the Dimension of the Sacred Feminine. And it's so amazing to hear your words read and know that they're in another country. She spoke to the Advancement Center and the essence of what comes through this center and how amazing it is. And we hope one day she gets here to meet us in person, because there's a clear connection, just as there is with all of you on the call. So during her show, which is recorded, she speaks about her own life and things that she's going through as well. And as I listened, I had these words come to me. Look for the door. Look for the door that is opening just for you. Look for the door that is right in front of you. It swings wide open, sometimes in the dark of night. It leads you to your next experience that is full of new delights. A door that leads to freedom because it's time to go. By continuing to move forward, the door appears because you know that as one door closes, another one opens wide. Be excited for what's coming. Your Creator is by your side. You are never alone. So much love and support shows you the door when you're ready for your next call of port. Never be worried, for the door will be revealed. Stay positive and happy. When you're there, it can't be concealed. Never doubt that you're seen, no matter how difficult your circumstances are. Just maintain your infinite trust and watch for the door to the stars. The timing will be perfect. It always is. Although it may seem very difficult right now, when the door opens, you'll truly live the life that it's time for. Something new will overwhelm the old. The flow will be renewed as your world transforms to gold. It's always about the journey. You should never be denied all the experiences that you're having and the excitement on the other side of that door that's opening up. Keep watching for the light. Keep watching for the opening that leads to your new life. Look for the door. Don't limit it to what you know. The form that it appears in will appear within the flow. Lisa said that after she received that, she got an opportunity to look at a new property to rent, and that she had been stuck in a place for a long time. That's the power of what we do. And knowing that the door is always right there is both magical and empowering. This is called behind the wheel. Just as you sit behind the wheel of your car, you also sit behind the wheel of your body. As you drive your car, you can recognize that you are in control of an amazing miracle of creation, operating independently while at the same time operating as one. Many times your car just needs to know that you are aware of it and are paying attention to its signals, and it will operate flawlessly. It's fairly easy to feel that you are operating your car as a separate extension of yourself. However, it takes a different level of awareness to feel that between you, to feel that between you and your body. You are peering out of your body's eyes onto the physical world, and you are absolutely separate as you look out from your multidimensional existence, observing the world of matter and form and all of the joys that it brings. Different textures that you can feel, the density and shape of all the different items that appear in your field, the smells and the sounds that you can taste and hear, that come from the movement of atoms bonding together to create these gifts to the senses. It's the gift of a lifetime to be able to inhabit these bodies in order to experience all that is in the world of matter. If you can stand back from your identity with the body and admire it, just as you do with the car you are driving, you will be able to fully appreciate all the places that it takes you and all the experiences that you get to have. Then you will no longer be operating by the old rules of the road, for you will be living life from the new world, where you are magnificent and free. Have fun and enjoy the ride. And finally, this is called Unplug. There's a world we have known and a life we have lived, a perfect illusion inside a fence. It is hid, full of technology and knowledge, expanding every day, a biosphere of perfection that kept you in its play. It's a great contradiction that we have always felt. Sometimes you want to stay, and sometimes you just want out. We naturally try to fix. No one can really understand that when you try to make a change, you are still running the program. It's like everything is red and you want to make it blue. But that's also part of the program that was created just for you. To keep you in the cycle, the never-ending loop. There is no way to fix something that was made to be foolproof. It's genius in its design, hiding the truth right in front of you. There's a hamster wheel for you to ride on, whichever path you choose. The power station for this system runs to full capacity, with generators and computers creating everything you need to stay plugged into this world that was created for mice, to keep you running in circles, not being aware of your own light. This program is running perfectly. There is nothing to fix, but you do have the power to make a grand exit, to unplug from the receptacle that has always had your name, that has kept you in the loop, that has kept you in this game. Plug into the new receptacle that has your true identity. In this new world, you will find yourself in all your majesty. You will feel all the rules fall off. Your thinking will change. Your vision will be different. Nothing will ever be the same. The feeling is incredible to be detached from this machine, no longer on the hamster wheel. A brand new world is seen. It's hard to unplug from your old way of being, from the system that produced the false reality you're seeing. There's a comfort built in from a million years of trust, makes us all feel so comfortable each day from dawn to dusk. But the new world has no problems. All the shackles have been removed. It feels like there's completion, and now you're free to choose. I'm here to shine the light on this system at its core. It's not for you to fight against, but simply to ignore. The door is now open. Take my hand and move right through. Unplug from the old and plug into the new. I was standing on a hill after I wrote this on Monday, and I could feel the old system. I could feel the program. I could feel its tentacles reaching into everything, everywhere. But I could feel that it has no power because I was standing in the new world. And from there, I just smiled. And this new world is moving to the foreground. And we will all just simply ignore the old world and all its systems. At the end of the movie Matrix, when Neo came back, he said these words: I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how it's going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you, a world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries, a world where anything is possible. Where we go from there is a choice I leave to you. Thank you for being here today. Continue to move faster than a speeding bullet and be more powerful than a locomotive. And continue to take credit for all the miracles and continue to walk through the doors as you move forward into the fullness of the new world. I wish you perfect health, a perfect life, and an extremely magical future. Thank you.